my name is Vanessa and I'm the owner of Little Sister Coffee Maker. We have 2 coffee shops here in Winnipeg, and right now we're at our roasting facility in the Exchange District. And I'm going to show you how to make a pour-over. The supplies you need to make a pour-over coffee are a kettle. It doesn't need to be a gooseneck kettle like this. Whatever you've got is totally fine. A kitchen scale, a carafe or your favorite mug, a coffee dripper, paper filters, and some freshly roasted coffee. The recipe we're using today is 22 grams of coffee and 350 grams of hot water. This translates to a ratio of 1 to 16. If you'd like to brew more coffee, add more coffee and times that number by 16 and you'll get the amount of water that you need. The first thing that we're going to do is pre-wet our paper filter. This gets rid of any papery taste that we definitely don't want in our coffee, but also preheats the dripper so that there's less heat loss while we brew. After that's dripped through, we'll get rid of it and pour our coffee on top. Give the dripper just a couple of shakes to make sure that your bed of coffee is completely flat before we start brewing. Tare your scale, and let's get to it. Initially, we're going to pour twice the amount of water that we have coffee. So since we started with 22 grams of coffee, we're going to pour about 45 grams of water. This is what's called a pre-infusion or a bloom, and it's going to get rid of any carbon dioxide that's been trapped in the coffee while it was roasted. We're going to agitate the coffee just a little bit with 3 little turns to make sure that all the coffee has gotten wet. After about 30 seconds, the bloom should be finished and we'll start brewing here. You want to start pouring in the center of the coffee and work your way in a circular motion towards the edge of the dripper. We bring the water up to about ½ an inch from the top of the dripper, and now we want to stay at that level for the remainder of the pour. Always pouring in a circular motion. You should be pouring water or pulsing 5 to 6 times before you've reached the desired output of 350 degrees. Now that we've reached that amount, again, we're going to agitate the coffee a little bit so that the bed of coffee is completely flat for the final drip through of the water. Your total brew time should be about 3.5 minutes, and once all the water has dripped through, you should end up with a relatively flat bed of coffee, and this is how we know that the water dripped through evenly and produced a balanced cup of coffee. So now our pour-over is complete, and it's ready to drink. Thank you so much for joining me. Cheers!